absolute bat and
But
balls.
more importantly, I just have energy and no pain in my body. So at 54,
Why fuck with it?
Right.
I wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah, if I were you, because here's
As
the thing.
much as I'd love to see you on steroids, don't fuck with
It's
it.
an
It'd be
experiment
insane.
that I always, anytime somebody asks me about, I'm like, have an exit strategy. If you're not committing to this for the rest of your life,
That's the problem.
Have an exit strategy
Yes.
because I've guys that come to me and they'll get on TRT or something and then stop after like 3 weeks. I'm like, what the fuck are you
what's
doing?
the
Like
point?
you just fucked your endocrine system up where you have to like, you're not taking the right shit afterwards. Now you're going to be depressed. You're going to lose all the
Yes.
muscle that you
Oh,
gained.
it does that to you?
It's a science.
Because it shuts off. If you put in any amount of testosterone into your body exogenously, your body's going to be like, oh, you got it. Okay. We'll
your
stop.
nuts stop working.
Yeah.
So that's why guys nuts
how
shrink.
how does one get off of it?
You take compounds like HCG, Clomid, Nolvadex, these things that will prompt your body to start making
Naturally.
it. But if you don't do that,
They're
it
just gonna
doesn't
be.
necessarily fix itself.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And guys have really screwed themselves up.
Yeah,
like that.
and that's where you're like, oh, I took steroids.
All
and-
natty.
Your
and-
thyroid, everything gets kind of thrown off. right?
everything has a consequence to it. So it's just you're managing these side effects.
There's a
and-
science to it, and if you're gonna get involved, you should probably
guys
cover all
do
your
it
bases.
haphazardly, and that would just be my recommendation to anybody. Is like fucking research your shit. You know, somebody messaged me, they're like, "Hey,
Still
if I
not
wanted
doing
to work
incline,
out
huh?
more, what steroid should I take?" I'm like, "You're not ready to do that,
Yeah.
because you haven't read the first sentence anywhere, and you're using me like Google."
How,
you know?
dude? You should write a book called "Steroids for Dummies."
Yeah. Well, also,
Dude, think
the
about it.
fact-
There's so much stupid shit
Yeah.
out there. Like, especially when I was
thing
young,
is, the dummies
I would go on
aren't gonna read it,
bodybuilding.com forums, and then it was just like trial by error. This guy'd be
Right.
like, "Oh, I took 500 milligrams of test. This is how I
Right. You
feel."
start to see-
and then you're
and-
like, "I
and
guess I'll
It's
do
also,
that."
it's also for guys. A lot of times, guys like me, if I go on, the only reason a guy like me is going to go on is he wants to look closer to that.
Yeah.
Problem is there's a genetic.
You have to be realistic
physical-
too,
yeah.
because the amount, like, and you could even see guys like this guy Eric Konevsky, kind of got famous for like, he put his cycle online and he was like, I take 3,000 milligrams of test enanthate, 2,000 of test like the amount you're going. This is not just like twice what somebody could take and get results. You're taking. Oh yeah, so this guy,
Holy shit!
he's like 24 years old or something like
wow.
that.
He's only
Lost
24.
And if you see his before pics, the dude was skinny. If you could do Eric Konevsky before and after, so
That's not
he
good.
detailed his cycle. Like 20 units of growth hormone a day, 300 milligrams
Oh
of
my
Anadrol, all
God.
these
Is
things.
that
Where you
him?
go, and he looks like shit on stage. He will never win a bodybuilding competition. If you look at that picture,
I'll win my bodybuilding
right
competition.
now, he looks like a buff dude for like YouTube videos.
Wow,
But
that's
I'm
tough.
saying not to knock his like, what he did to
Yikes.
get there, but he doesn't have the
That's only
genetics
8
to be
years,
a
dude.
pro
That's 8
bodybuilder.
years.
Well, he was
Yeah.
a he was probably
So-
a
But
13
but still,
there.
8 years to that.
Massive amount. I'm talking 10 to 20 times the amount that somebody with
hairy.
good genetics could take and get great results from. Right.
All that stuff scares me. I just want to work
And
out.
so that's the
and
route
just-
you want to take. If you want to be a WWE guy and you're skinny, or like now he's like a YouTuber, and I think he's a good dude. I'm just like, people thought he was like exaggerating what he took. It's like, no, because
Not
if you don't have the
worth it.
genetics,
Yeah.
you just have to keep cranking it, and there's diminishing returns too. You think
yeah.
20 units of HGH is going to be better, like is twice as good at 10? No, it's about this much better.
Oh, he got tattooed on his face. So that's
So is it better to take steroids younger then? Yeah.
no.
No, here's one element of it. Well,
Nice try, Christian.
We see you, dog.
I would think about it like this. If anybody's thinking about that, going, have you even come close to maximizing your genetic potential? Which is this logarithmic curve of like, yeah, in your first 5 years, you're probably going to get most of it, and depends on how long you would want to like eke out, another pound of muscle every year after a certain points. Get the newbie gains, do as much as you can naturally, learn how to fucking train, and if you're approaching it like, I'm lazy and I don't like lifting, but I want to look good, I'm going to take steroids. Wrong answer, because it ain't going to fix anything, and you're just going to fuck yourself up worse.
Right.
So, to me, the people who are the best candidates for it, it's like you already lift, you already know how to train, you already have a healthy lifestyle, you are 25 or older, or whatever, you're 30s or 40s and want to start TRT because you've noticed your own sex drive decline, or you're depressed or something else, but you have to be in a position where you know how to train. It's
This
not
guy
a
I know.
cure-all.
This guy I know helps the NHL, and
Yeah.
he's really knowledgeable, and he also is a scientist, and he's also a guy who actually knows all the details. He's got, because the guys he works with are athletes that can't get caught and need results, right?
Right.
And he said that a lot of times with dudes who have like low testosterone, first thing he'll look at is their sleep, how much are they
Right.
sleeping, and also then he checks their magnesium, zinc, and selenium.
There are certain
levels.
things where you'd go
when they're
like-
off your testosterone.
Yes.
Yeah, so
You can't-
when he
if
brings
you-
that back up,
Yeah.
that's why oysters, they say. Because oysters, you can eat one oyster, according to Dom D'Agostino, who's at the College of Florida, and you will get all your zinc, magnesium, and all, certain minerals for the week with one. So
One
oyster,
oyster.
shellfish are so fucking good for
They
you.
used
They're
to
one
be
of those
big.
super
Remember
foods.
ZMA? I used to take
Oh yeah, I
that
used to take
yeah,
ZMA.
Yeah.
Crazy dreams.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Always good sleep.
What's that?
Yeah, it was the zinc magnesium. I forget
magnesium,
what the A was for, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like it was good.
Yeah,
Naturally absorbable
EAS
ones,
made it
all-
in a
all
purple
shellfish,
can.
man.
yeah,
It's such an interesting world to me.
yeah. But the sleep thing, so people
Do
go
something, dude. Get on something.
I'm not getting on all that stuff.
throw that off a
terrifies
What
me.
about a
little
little
bit. You're getting 4
creatine?
hours of sleep.
No,
you,
I don't want any of
It's
that.
impossible
Yeah.
to maximize
You
anything.
can't do it.
You just can't do
You
it.
got to sleep your 8 hours, man.
Yeah.
8 and
Oh,
a half.
man.
And that says, sleep and food. It's like you want to start anabolics.
Yeah.
Start with the anabolic food and sleep that you
Yes.
get,
My back's
and
on fire.
training.
And then training. Exactly.